A report released on Monday morning that was commissioned by Labour MP for Hodge Hill Liam Byrne has concluded that a perfect storm of health inequalities meant that West Midlands Black and Asian communities were hardest hit by COVID-19, with black people 4 times more likely to die. Mr Byrne set up a task force which over 3 months listened to harrowing stories from the families of victims in those communities. He's now calling for a public inquiry into the number of deaths within those groups.
The key message is that the government has got to act now to keep our communities safe ahead of a second wave. So we can see in our region that the infection rate is now rising once again. And we are not happy, we are not satisfied that we have the protections in place today to stop another disproportionate impact on our black and ethnic minority community. Now, that is because our BAME communities are hit by this perfect storm of factors that we've talked about. So they're disproportionately on the front line, disproportionately suffer from long-term health conditions, disproportionately live in communities with inadequate health services, lack confidence in health provision. Yet despite that, we don't have access to ethnicity in the testing data or in the death certificates. And crucially, the most diverse areas have had the biggest cuts in public health spending. So the whole purpose of this exercise is to keep our communities safe, because we live in our communities, we could see the risks in front of us. So that is the key message. This is going to happen again unless you act on the recommendations now.
The harrowing death toll of our African, Caribbean and Asian members within our community must not be in vain. We must change things. And as Liam said, the recommendations going to our ministers and everyone else on our list, for me, this inquiry must make a difference.